Hey there, beautiful souls. Just Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and updated podcast channel, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is August 3rd, 2023. Excuse me, I've already got this blocked throat chakra out here. It's crazy because I haven't been on here in a couple of days and I've actually felt pretty good. I've just been getting my YouTube razzle dazzled up. So go check it out and definitely help me I'm at like 36 subscribers. I'm trying to get over that. Not that the numbers matter because I'm going to get up here and do my thing, whether there's 1, 2, 0 or nothing or a million. I love you all. And I'm so happy that you're here and you're sharing my beautiful journey with me because, I came out here in 2018. Officially, I started my business, You're Grounded, You Are, and then Grounded LLC, and it's a holistic healing business. And when I started it about 5 years ago, there was a huge different dynamic than what there is now. I just saw 124, 124 for somebody out there. A lot of things that I wasn't ready on my healing journey yet to go into all of the things that I was getting downloads for. And unfortunately, I had some not so happy people around me, and I was very trusting, I guess, because I don't know, they were really good liars, and I, people, it doesn't matter. You can get manipulated, whatever age and whatever knowledge you are at, it happens. But when I first hit out on my journey, I had a lot of predators out there that I was unaware that they were predators because I was so caught up in sharing the love and light. 222, I just saw. So today I want to share just this message of love and light from, I know the journey that it's been a rough journey, especially me starting because people were so jealous out there, and it's crazy to me because I'm not jealous like that, but they literally wouldn't let me get the tools to learn how to spiritually awaken. I literally went to a party and asked them, the supposed angel healer there, she was the other angel healer, except she was like 50 and just really had a really weird vibe about her. And she was supposedly a Reiki healer. And I asked her, well, hey, you're a Reiki healer. You do angels. I do angels. I need to get Reiki attuned. Where can I find that class at? And literally, she looked at me like she'd lost her memory. Said, I don't know. My person that attuned me was, is retired, like Methuselah. She made herself sound really, really old. She's only in her 50s, guys. And she's only been practicing for a couple of years. And we're in Colorado. Okay, enough said, because I literally went to Boulder and found a really awesome lady, Erica Schreck, and she actually had my turtle symbol. That's my spirit animal. I have a turtle tattoo that I got in Hawaii on my shoulder, and she actually had that as her business, and I knew she was just an awesome lady, and she definitely was the person to get attuned, because if you're going to get Reiki attuned, you need to make sure you vibe with the person's energy. Just because they share Reiki and energy, that's scary. There's some TikTokers out there that like to go and do the energy healing videos, and one lady would send them to me and she'd be smoking a cigarette and blowing all this smoke at me. And I understand sacred smoke, but when you're highly sensitive and intuitive and all that, I can smell the smoke when you're like not even being there. It hit me. And I was like, oh, it's like super offensive. Like, why would you be blowing cigarette smoke at me? That's how it made me feel. It didn't feel so. Watch out when you're, accepting those energy videos, because energy is real. Whether people want to be scared about it and say, like I heard somebody say, you're inviting demons into your house if you use sage and smoke, and I'm like, no. No, if you're smudging, if you're using sage, that's going to do the opposite. It's going to burn the demons away. It's always been used for negative, to clear out negative energy, never to bring it in. It does not invite. In fact, maybe you should just tell people that, so they'll burn a lot of sage, so they'll do the opposite, right? I've learned reverse psychology goes a very far for me out there sometimes, just because I learned that I'm a mom. I have a now 12-year-old, and it's like everything you tell them not to do, they're going to do the opposite of. So sometimes you're like, go do that, and they're like, I'm not going to do that. You're like, yeah. That's reverse psychology. So, all right. Well, today's episode we're on episode number 50. Karmic Family can't hold you down. Divine ones, no, they can't. And I'm going to give you some angelic messages of change here. So, I like to share my journey just simply because of the fact that a lot of people are, one, it's humiliating. I've suffered a lot of humiliation. That's part of my karmic lesson, is to suffer humiliation in front of others. One, I guess, to clear up any negative karma that I have from past lives of, if I did it to other people. I know one of my past lives, I was a very wealthy, like, CEO of a factory, and I just didn't do good things with my money, and I worked people, and it was all about me. And I was like Scrooge McDuck walking around, and little Timmy came and needed money for surgery, and I told him to kick rocks because it wasn't very nice. So, and I giggle because it's not because I think it's funny. It's if you're a survivor, you understand nervous giggling out there. But ultimately, when you're dealing with past lives, people don't deal with past lives because they're like, I'm not that horrible, mean, awful person. And sometimes you're like, wow, I can't accept this information. And I accept it. It took me a long time, but I accept it because I know it's hidden in my shadow side. Everybody's got the ugly side of your shadow, and you're either going to run away from it or you're going to embrace it, because me and my shadows play. That's why I played this song, Friends with the Monster, Rhianna. And that's the song that's playing right now, so that's the song that's going to be the song of the day. I'm friends with the monsters inside of my head. You're trying to change me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, well, that's not fair. Yeah, that's an awesome song that goes along with the message today too. Thank you, Spirit, because it is literally, you're not crazy, and people are just gaslighters. And you'll see when, first of all, put up boundaries, tell somebody no. And that's what I did with my family. When I hit 40, I told my mom, I sent her a really heartfelt message and said, hey, I can't do this anymore. I just had a bad feeling anyways, but I didn't know exactly that she was really in cahoots with my ex, but I had a feeling, because like certain things she was saying to me, it was like words that he used, and I knew they were around. And that's when I was like, I can't do this no more. I love you, but I can't be in contact. And I went no contact for 2 years. And that's what's crazy, is all of a sudden 2 years later, they resurface, and there's a whole new story out there that they just slandered my name. Got together with my ex, everybody slandered my name. I'm still not even sure of what stories are out there. So, I just, you got to learn to have a sense of humor with this, because I really think people are creative. Everybody's so creative. I love that lady. The one that shows all the videos with people who can't cook. Yeah. So, and I hope this message, let me know if this message is resonating with you, because I know a lot of us have karmic family, and I spent so many years beating up on myself. And that's why I am a toxic shadow survivor. I would have loved to have the beautiful family dynamic, but I've learned that until you learn your lessons, you're probably not going to have that beautiful family dynamic because you ultimately incarnated here and you pick the most difficult, most complicated family dynamic to help you learn the most lessons. 1013 as I say that. So, over the years, Spirit is showing me a red rose and showing that the trauma really has affected your relationships from, and this is all stemming from your karmic family. They have been robbing the joy, I'm hearing, and also you're not being able to play the music of your soul. You need freedom of your soul. And you've been beating yourself up because of what these people have said to you, causing you not to embrace the moment, not to fully feel what this life is. And some of you are too focused on the hurt and the pain and the trauma and the healing. You're too worried about, am I going to heal? How do I heal? Am I doing it right? Is Spirit going to be mad at me? And all these things are coming from your shadow side because Spirit always loves you. But it's, unfortunately, this is blocking your crown chakra and you're not able to hear because Spirit, especially angels, are very subtle. And when they talk to you, it's not always going to be big, huge lights, 11, 2, 3. See, that's how Spirit talks to you. When I say these numbers, go look them up because they have meanings to them. 1, 2, 3, 11, 23 is definitely an angel number out there. You need to wear more purple, I'm hearing. Work with the violet flame and work on your crown chakra because you're sending out prayers and they're getting answered, but they're not coming in the form of what you expect them to. So you're kind of pushing them away. And also, you need to take a breath. Sometimes we hold our breath when we get upset. Well, you're cutting off oxygen and you're causing a lot more sorrow. I'm hearing the word sorrow because it's like all this pain and shame that you inflicted from this situation or from this karmic family situation is making you really feel like you're drowning in your emotions right now. And I'm hearing that you need to stand your ground though. Feel those emotions, but if you're in no contact with your family, keep it that way. Or, even a relationship, whatever relationship you're in that's toxic, if you need to cut those ties, work on cutting those ties, because if you're bringing something in from the past no longer exists. It can't work in this present timeline. That's why most of the time it doesn't work unless God sent it. It's not going to work in this present timeline. That's just our ego, and the ego's tied in with the devil. The devil is the king of liars. So right there, we have to have our ego as like a protector, a defender, 1311 as I say that. But when our ego's in overdrive, it cuts off communication from Spirit. You can go clear out your energy by going in nature, hugging a tree. I'm hearing going to a flower garden, maybe where's that where they have the atrium, butterfly atrium. I'm seeing the little, like all the butterflies and whole botanical gardens. That's what I'm hearing. You need to know that you're supported also. That's going to help you clear out this energy, but you need to have courage and have strength. And I'm hearing eat bananas and wear a lot of yellow too, because this will help you with your courage and your solar plexus. It's like Peter Pan in Neverland. You got to believe. If you can have a choice to either believe in the negative or the positive, and you have a choice to believe whether God's going to answer your prayers or not. But if what's the hurt of you trying? That's how I started this out. Well, what's the hurt of me trying to see if this works? And I started seeing my prayers get answered. And once you start tuning in, the only reason why you're not seeing them is because you're so tuned into the pain, and that's on a lower frequency. You got to change the channel. I'm hearing like a radio dial, like the old school radio dial. You also need to ask more, pray more, and instead of complaining, I'm hearing pray, because we pray for stuff, but we don't pray for the stuff that spirit can truly help us out with, because we're too prideful. Pride and spirit doesn't go together. I'm hearing you got the golden key, and you have the key to the kingdom. You allow who you want into your life, but you need to connect more with your feminine side and not your masculine side. And you'll do this by the more you heal, the more that you decide to go into healing and meditation and receiving. Stop giving so much, because that's activating your masculine. Giving is a masculine energy. I'm hearing you need to make more time for yourself and stop saying I can't because of this, that, and the other, because you can do at least 15 minutes a day of just sitting there, finding yourself a small space to just let the energy in your mind clear out. Okay, and this will help with your self-sabotage, because right now you're so caught up in self-sabotage and self-sabotaging thoughts, you're not seeing your synchronicities. I'm also hearing, and this is causing you to make you think you have to receive gifts that have strings attached. Please don't sell your soul to the devil today for a quick buck, because it will leave. The thing that you're selling your soul for will leave as quickly as it showed up. Somebody really needs to hear that out there. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you guys are enjoying this. I'm really enjoying sharing this message with you. I think we all need to just give ourselves a break, and the key word here is vulnerability. You're going through the spiritual awakening right now. It's like to get to the heart of the matter and to connect back with your vulnerability, so you can connect back with your higher self. Because the more that you close off your heart chakra, close down your feelings, shut your feelings off, the more that you can't connect to your higher self, the more that you're stuck in karmic land, and the more that it's like a teeter-totter roller coaster that never stops. It just keeps going. Somebody's grandma's here in spirit too. I'm hearing Evelyn, Sarah, and Sally specifically. They're saying, if you have a grandma in spirit, they're saying to find your center and focus on the memories that you had, the good memories that you had with your family. Don't worry about the bad ones. 1717, as I say that. Be proud of who you are, and this will start igniting a passion within you, but you got to start forgiving yourself. Once you start forgiving yourself, then forgive the situation. And then you can do it by an individual basis, but don't let them live rent free in your head anymore. Spirit is saying you're done being the caregiver of the family, of the toxic family. Be the caregiver to those that truly need and love you, but not the ones that just come and demand and expect you to take care of them. You have new beginnings, but your new beginnings only lie with what you're going to be open to and what you're going to ultimately leave in the past where it needs to be. I'm hearing something significant about Sunday. Spirit is saying you reap what you sow. Surround yourself with sun and love. Celebrate the memories and moments this Sunday. Release your worry and guilt. God has got it handled. You are divinely protected right now. Angels are also urging you to take some kind of basic skill class, whether it's typing class, email class, but you need to improve your technology skills. I can't even talk. And this is going to help you move up the ladder, even if you get an online course, but go on there and actually, go spruce up your skills, because the first thing that says out, I don't need that, I've been to enough classes, that is the first sign right there that you need to do something with it, because your ego is saying you're too prideful, you know too much. Well, I can learn something every day, even with angel numbers. I learn a new meaning of an angel number that I've worked with for 6 years. So you can always learn something new. It's about how much you're open to learning new things. And that's what's going to ultimately, I'm hearing, be what depends on your success, is how far you're going to let spirit intervene and how much you're going to try to control the wheel. So if you're trying to control the wheel, that works for a little bit, but then ultimately spirit just knocks you over and says, my turn. So it's your choice, but here's your warning right now to surrender. I'm hearing surrender. Some of you may be in a stage 5 of your spiritual awakening out there. You're feeling more grounded. You feel like you've matured. You're a different person. So don't make things, you went through this whole process. Don't try to insert things, especially if they weren't in your life, but they were before. If they were toxic, leave them there. If it's like something good, like picking up, an instrument or something that you did in the past, I would advise that. But if it involves picking up toxic people, places, or things, definitely don't do all that, because it only takes a pinhole of opening for the devil to come back in and know he's wanted. So don't have that revolving door for him, because he doesn't always come back right away. He comes back later. That's why you see people that overdose, I'm hearing, on drugs at like in their 40s or 50s. And I had a friend, actually, my friend Carla's here. Hi, Carla. She actually took too many pills, and she was driving. She was on a sales crew. Her boyfriend was driving, and I don't know, but she got in a wreck and she flew out the front window. So, and that is because she wasn't that kind of person. She just like hit her middle age and then all of a sudden wanted to party like she was 20 again. And it lasted like literally maybe 6 months. And I was, very, very crazy. So Spirit wants to remind you, this confirmation that your karmic family is behind you on this. They have been plotting on you. They're behind all the flying monkey squad, and they're using lies, deception, manipulation, slander to control your energy and to distract you. So that's another thing that I want to help enlighten you on, is when you sit there, even if they're not in front of you, if you sit there and think on something and really send bad thoughts, that's how you send evil eye energy to people. So that's when it's important to disconnect from that energy, because you've got a lot of evil eyes being sent to you, and that's because they're just sitting there hating, like, man, look at that. I love the TikTok. Look at that person over there eating chicken. Stupid person over there eating chicken. Think they're all great eating chicken. Yeah, you over there eating chicken. Yeah, that's how evil eyes get sent. And it didn't exactly say that. That was the edited version, but if you do egg cleanses, I'm hearing it's time to do one. A spiritual bath, prayers are needed. Make sure you don't look over into the cup when you're doing the egg cleanse, because you're just going to absorb all that energy back into you if you look into the evil eye. So don't do that. You can look from the side, but not, into the top of it. And make sure you're sending that energy back to people. You don't have to send it with anything attached. You can transmute it, but send that energy back, because it is now no longer your energy, and it's just going to make it stagnant if you hold on to it. We're going to wrap this message up with a Bible verse from James 5, verses 14-15. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord, and the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. You can actually say that for your karmic family, because there's no need to stoop to their level and bring down to their energy level at all, because you're not going to block your blessings, right? Because you've worked too hard, beautiful souls, to make it as far as you have. And why would you stop now? Why would you let anyone get a hold of your mind? Because you're not weak, and they may think you're weak, but God knows you're not. Your angels think you know you're not, and I definitely know you're not. So it's important to be a part of the here and now, and know that the karmic law number 9 of the law of here and now, we cannot be present if we are looking backward. Remove attachment to the past. once you do this and you put your anchor back in the present, that's why it's important to practice mindfulness, because the past is gone. You can no longer create it. No, you could even go back and try to change it, but it would just be like butterfly effect, because it happened as it was supposed to. It'll just keep getting worse the more you try to change it. So if you know that, just that it's about releasing it and just knowing things are as they are, and now you've got a new beginning if you would like it, and you're being presented, I'm hearing again, with the keys to the kingdom. Your manifestations are coming into fruition, and your divine blessings are coming. All these karmic lessons are bringing your divine blessings. Keep pushing. You're upgrading your energy right now. You're never too old to learn either. And old dogs learn new tricks every day. Age doesn't measure the capacity of your intelligence. So definitely, before you want to, it's that fine moment of, are you going to let the depression and anxiety and the mental health and all that negative energy stuff win? Or are you going to just let your angels take on all that baggage? Because they just take it, they just wipe it clear from your energy, and they transmute it and they send it off, and it's now not negative energy no more. So that's why you release it and say, angels, please take this away from me today. I can no longer bear or handle what has been laid before me. I ask that you please help transmute all this negative energy around me, and please fill me with positive love and blessings and love and light, and let me know, give me confirmation that you are here with me and that I have no need to worry, and I can release all the fear and worry to you, and you will transmute this energy. Thank you, angels, for everything you do. Thank you for blessing me, and so it is. Amen. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this message. I'm going to be putting out more individual messages on my YouTube, so definitely subscribe so you can be notified when my new content comes out. Spirit wants to remind you that it's time to expand your career. Don't make assumptions right now. If you're seeing 222, that's definitely a confirmation that you're at the beginning of your journey, but don't give up, because you're on the right path, even if things don't seem that way. Know that there's also the karmic law number 10, law of change. History repeats itself until we learn from it and change our path. That is why you are being presented with this karmic lessons today. And this is simply to help you get a new beginning so you can cut off these negative karmic lessons, because you've been going through these for lifetimes. That's why you're so tired, beautiful souls. I'm also hearing something about that job's not right for you, and something that have to do with the Western United States. So two things about that. One is, if you're thinking about going to California just to go live, the days in the sun, and don't get caught up in that, because there's a lot of homelessness out there. Make sure you're planning, and they don't want you to get, stuck, but definitely check with your spirit team. And I'm also hearing that maybe you're trying to get yourself in a job, and that one's not good for you, because you're going to be getting a better one in the Western United States. So however that resonates with you, beautiful souls, but take a chance today. Do what feels right for you, not for everybody else, and know the angels are backing you in whatever you do to go on your mission, especially if you're a light worker, starseed, chosen one. Keep getting up there. It doesn't matter how many people or numbers you have. People are listening, and you were given this God-given ability for a beautiful reason. 2909, as I say that. Have a wonderful day, beautiful souls. I'm going to give you these letters before I forget. WWHVOVOE, and then I heard HV twice, actually. RGLGUXPG, and then I heard Roman, and then pig, and then I heard Roman numeral. Nancy, Natalie, and then I heard Have Glove, Julie, Fornicate, Sally, Molly, Jenny, Nemo, Linda, Sal, Virginia, Connie, Billy, and Billy Joel. So, love and light, beautiful souls. Have a wonderful rest of your day.